Welcome back, guys. This is another Throwback Thursday video. Will be our second Lohan explanation video. To do this one, just keep in mind two things: how the stances are moving and how the hands are moving. May sound very simple, but it will get a little bit complicated. So watch closely. The first thing, we're going to start off with the easy part, the hands. The hands are going to be bladed out. When I mean blade, I mean hitting with the side of the hand. So you don't want to be like this or hitting with the palm, the blade of the hands. They're just going to chop inward, turn them around, and chop outward. Notice how the fingers are bent, so I can really emphasize hitting with the blade. Again, chop in and chop out. Do not worry about which hand goes on top or under. We'll do that later. Just focus on chop in, out. Notice how I keep the hands away from my body. Don't let them collapse. In front of you, parallel with the floor, and strike. 1, 2. Easy enough. Now let's get a little bit more complicated. The stance work may look complicated, but in reality, it's not that hard. You're going to start off in your horse stance. We're going to be walking in horse stance into crossy stance into horse stance. Now to do this properly, whichever direction you're going, I'm going to be going this way. The lead leg is going to come in halfway in the horse stance, and you're going to turn it opposite to where you're facing. So that means it's going to turn behind me. The heel is going to come up, and you're going to sink into your cross stance. Notice how there's no gap between my legs. Then the back leg is going to step out, and I stepped into the other horse stance. Now rinse and repeat. Front leg, lead leg is going to come halfway, turn opposite to where I'm facing, heel is up. Make sure the heel is actually pointing up, not sideways and not collapsed. Heel up and drop into the stance. And then step out. Now if I'm going this way, same rules apply. Lead leg halfway, turn, heel up in the back, close the gap, and step. Halfway, heel up. Make sure you turn opposite and the foot's pointing in the same direction. Notice how my body is facing the same direction as my knee and as my foot. And then I step out. Very good. Now let's turn it into a much more fluid action. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the moving back and turning into one action. So from the horse stance, bring the foot back and stomp to secure your root. So you're going to go 1 and then 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now the other way. 1, 2. Notice how even though I'm making it faster, it's still the same movement. It's just much more effective in action. Good. Now let's put it all together. Now it will be important to know which hand goes on top or the bottom. Easiest way is the back hand is going to go on top. So you're going to start in a horse stance. You're going to twist in that stance, and as you twist, you're going to chop the hands in. So I'm going to face opposite so you can see the cross. So starting a horse stance, I twist, chop in. Notice, same position of the hands with the stance. Step out, chop out. One more time. Starting in a horse stance, facing the direction I'm going. You're going to cross, chop in, chop out. Again, cross, chop in, chop out. Cross, chop in, chop out. Good. A good way to understand what's going on is think of the hands as parrying and striking. Strikes coming in, you're blocking, deflecting, grabbing, and chop. Straight out. Block, grab, chop. Block, grab, chop. So, although you don't need to grab, most palms sometimes emphasize that you're grabbing, even if you're not doing the action. So one more time. Starting a horse stance, hands bladed to the direction you're going. 1, 2. 1, 2. Other direction. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's important that you get the snap correctly. You don't want to drag behind and move slow. The chop out, at the last second, out. Not just turning slowly into position. You want to delay it so you can hit hard with the chop. Same thing with the stance. You want the actions to be quick and efficient so that the application and the effort works for the application. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys next time.